Hi gang, it's our Monday morning makeover at abnewjourney.com and I'm Paula Moldenhauer. We're here today to talk about losing weight inside and out. So, can you believe it's almost spring? How many of us started 2014 with resolutions for big changes in our life and big plans? If you're like me, you came into this new year with a fair amount of expectation. But sometimes now you wake up first thing in the morning or in the quiet of the night while you're lying in bed, thoughts start to hit you like, oh, I've let go of some of my goals, or things really aren't changing as fast as I want them to. So the question is, my friend, where are you at with that? Whatever you were passionate about on January 1st, 2014, are you still passionate about that today? If you're really not, that's okay. Maybe you need to readjust those expectations. But if whatever was so important to you on that new year that you had a breathless excitement, a new hope, even a resolution around it, if it's still important to you like it was then, how are you doing with that? What's it going to take to continue on the long run? Because you know what? Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If weight loss was one of those goals you set in January, I know how you feel. Not only is there a daily, long-term marathon of taking the weight off, but even after the weight comes off, there's a lifelong marathon of staying in that new healthy lifestyle that we set about. I was talking with a friend today about the concept of habits and ways of thinking. What's really interesting to me is sometimes we can put a new mindset into our head, a new way of thinking, and we believe something different than we did the day before. The problem is our body and our reactions to life are on autopilot. And even though we know in our head this new thing, our responses to life often respond out of an old way of thinking. So when we're putting new habits into place, whether it's a new way to think about our finances or a new way to think about our body or our relationships or our friendships or some special skill that we're developing, the issue is not only that we have that new way of thinking, but that we learn to live out of the new way of thinking. The only way that can happen is over the marathon. A sprint doesn't change reactions, but good practice of new ways of doing things based on a new mindset over and over and over in a marathon of time is where genuine, long-lasting change comes. That leaves us back to that word mindful, and I talk about this a lot on my blog. Wherever it is that we're making changes, we have to be mindful of those changes. And we need to catch ourselves when a decision moment comes and make a choice not just out of a natural reaction, but out of the new way of thinking that we've been cultivating. It's a matter of stopping ourselves and saying, okay, what do I believe is true? How do I make a choice that fits into this new mindset? So maybe that's something that can encourage you as we're hitting spring and life is changing and we're going, oh my gosh, I'm looking back at January and it feels like I haven't made as much progress as I want. Just remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's decision after decision after decision to live in the new way of thinking that you've been given. So hang in there, we can do this together, and have a great week.